Good evening to everybody. Thanks for clicking on to the late edition of Vogan's European Outlook. Back at Mark Vogan Weather HQ. We arrived back at approximately 10 past 10 at Edinburgh this morning. And yes, doing a very short and sweet video this evening. And then things will be back to usual by tomorrow evening. Usual upload time around 5, just after 5 o'clock. So we do obviously have a much more unsettled theme. We have seen the remnants of ex-Hurricane Erin moving in over the UK and Ireland. It's actually had multiple spokes of low-pressure centres that have kind of pivoted around the main centre that has been generally focused to the northwest of the UK and Ireland. Then we've seen these, spin-offs then push in over the UK and Ireland, enhancing shower activity. We've still seen temperatures into the 20s this afternoon, but gradually we're going to start to see a much more unsettled theme develop. And this is off the CFSV2 weeklies. Upcoming 7 days looks very, very unsettled indeed. So this is the upper level height anomaly chart for week 1 into week 2. We remain with lower pressure, and this extends out to the 10th of September. Looking at the 7-day anomalies for the upcoming 7 days, you can see here, largely below average. Actually, the north is showing warmer than average, but the bulk of the UK and Ireland average is slightly below average. We've got the same for France and also much of Iberia away from the east. Very warm central eastern portions of Europe. We've got some frontal systems that are moving off that main centre of low pressure, basically from west to east, enhancing thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms, and the potential for flash flooding across parts of Europe over the next several days due to a more active Atlantic pattern developing. In terms of a precipitation anomaly over the next 7 days, you can see here firmly wet on average actually across much of the UK and Ireland, as well as central, northern and western areas of Europe away from Iberia over the next 7 days. So, tropics, we do have the tropical storm Fernard that is likely to very quickly develop into an extratropical feature, move towards the UK and Ireland, and it could actually be a deep feature through the course of the weekend coming up. So you can see here off NHC, nothing else to speak about, so relatively quiet, shall we say, for the time of the year across much of the Atlantic, away from a 45-mile-per-hour tropical storm that is essentially going to very quickly die of tropical properties. Looking at the latest infrared imagery, not a lot to speak about. You can see here through this loop, a very sharp degrade of convection due to wind shear and cooler water temperatures as well. We do have a ball of convection over Central America. You can see here we've got a lot of convection now moving across the African equatorial continent, and that will eventually move out into the Atlantic. We've got another area of convection down through the deep tropics. So I want to show you then the current temperature anomalies through the 27th of August. You can see here largely warmer than average. UK, Ireland, near continent, France, Iberia, and generally cooler than average across much of Scandinavia and into eastern areas of Europe away from the north and south of the continent here. Fantastic past few days visiting Copenhagen, and we also took a trip over to Malmo in Sweden. Do check out the videos in recent days as well, by the way. Did a video from Atop of Europe's oldest functioning observatory. I kind of should have said function in yesterday's video, but I did kind of whisper it was quite a busy area, but I was determined to do a video from the top of the round tower in the centre of Copenhagen yesterday. But yeah, it was a terrific trip. Plenty of sunshine. We've seen the temperatures generally 20-21 Celsius, so quite pleasant, warm temperatures. While we're in Malmo, it was quite cloudy, but we were very fortunate with regards to the weather. while we were away. It was only Sunday through today that we were over there. So anyway, let's have a final look at the ECMWF model here. You can see that we've got an area of low pressure that is to the southwest of Iceland. We've got the developing features at the base of the trough that is swinging across Ireland and the UK. You can see here as we play through this loop, we've got this band of precip moving east but also north through the course of today. That band of precipitation now over the north of Scotland as we speak. And then you can see here this area of low pressure then moves in, providing all sorts of showers, longer spells of rain. We do have some sunshine on offer as well in the breaks in the cloud, despite having a 982 millibar low just to the north of Ireland. This is all the way out to Friday, so we've got a couple of days to go, but this area of low pressure essentially pivots in over the top of the UK and Ireland, providing a continuation of the unsettled weather. But it's actually as we move into the day on Friday, you can see here, this is the remnant low of once tropical storm Fernand, and it looks as if it's going to deepen quite rapidly, and it could generate some very strong winds and heavy rainfall mixed with the thundery downpours as well during the course of the weekend here. You can see that system then it moves to the north, then it kind of almost does a little spin around. As you can see, the trough then kind of anchors in place over western areas of Europe, something we've not really seen much of this summer, and it looks as if very likely this will be the warmest summer on record for the UK. So a very different end to summer compared to what we've kind of become used to in recent months with regards to high pressure and drier than average conditions. This is all the way to Wednesday the 3rd of September. You can see here more wet weather to speak about here and continue to play through. You notice here that we've got high pressure starting to build over the North Atlantic. Area of low pressure moves eastwards from the UK, and that might generate a chilly northerly flow that drags in something colder, something much more autumnal as we head through the course of next week. But like I say, short and sweet video today. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll be back with more details come tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Bye for now.